He's known for just owning the guy mid, and then maybe the game's already over at 10 minutes because this guy's gonna get destroyed mid. That's kind of like when you play against the lane. You have to survive the lane. And I feel like their offlane is okay. I feel like they're gonna drawish the lane if they play it well. If they make a bunch of mistakes though, this top lane can go pretty. It can get pretty nasty. The Mars might not just be able to lane against the Huskar, but ideally he can lane and just kick the Huskar out at like 5.
Yeah, we'll see if that's possible. I agree with you. It is pretty dangerous, especially with the Omnite on top of that. That lane is very, very strong here for Goon Squad. Also, by the way, Hammer of Purity. We apologize for calling it Celestial Hammer. Of course, very different name. We didn't want to be offensive to the Omnite players here.
Limp already scouting the ward mid.
He found it.
Classic stuff. Yeah, Tower hit him. Let's see if they commit a sentry. Hanskin has 2 sentries. He probably wants to use one to block camp here.
And Phantasma actually has been found here. They haven't taken a point for Pexu yet. There's the Hammer of Purity taken. Phantasma has been slowed. That's 4. No point in Burrow Strike either. The slows from the Drow Ranger. Phantasma, as Let us pointed out, in the Pugna, very fast little boy. And that allows him to outrun them. 330 base movement speed, that's actually huge. You're right about the base stats, huh?
He's one of the fastest heroes in the game. He's so fast and he has such high range, level 1, and his animation is really nice, so the harass is just really annoying if you're playing 4. He just hits you from so far away that he can hit you twice when you hit him once. Then when you get in range with him, he already hit you twice.
Highest intelligence gain in the game as well, so he gets really nice stats just from levels. Actually, base armor of 4, which I'm looking at now, which is actually really good for an intelligence hero. That's really impressive. That's Kunkka level.
Bottom, he gets Sandstorm level 1, which is pretty good. He's playing against 2 range heroes. You don't really want to get stun or you're passive. It's kind of rough to play into the lane. And they already placed a sentry down to play the lane, which is good.
How would you
damage though?
Yeah, if Phantasma might just die here to the disruption illusions? No, okay, that was close though. As a salve, he's gonna be fine. How would you rate this lane though for both teams? Who has the advantage in this lane?
I think Radiant has the advantage. They have like double range heroes. Ideally, if they play this well, they're gonna burn a lot of regen from Dire, and this Drow's gonna free farm. They can disrupt the Drow and go on her, but ideally Sand already low, that he can't really commit and do this. And ideally Dire also, they're not trying to go on Radiant, they're trying to just stack and farm. So I think Radiant has the advantage here just for being double ranged.
Right. So then the side lanes, by what you said, if they manage to kind of equalize this Mars lane or even the Pango lane, they're actually not in a bad position, right? This game. It's just about managing to stop Limp's domination mid.
Yeah. Let's see if the Rubik's gonna rotate for the water runes, because he's rushing boots. He bought some regen, now he's gonna go boots. I think it's pretty good. He buys some regen for Mars, and now he buys boots. He should for sure check these roots, because if this Pango doesn't get any help, this matchup is just way too rough. Like this Shadow Strike spell is just way too OP in the one-on-one vacuum, right? You just get healed and it just does damage, and the mana cost is way too low. It spams the spell way too much.
Right. What do you think it's worth? Like if the Rubik rotates, are you not sacrificing the Mars boot degree and just kind of giving up on that lane?
Not really. There are some timings that you can go when the lane is pushed, or you can pull and then check the rune. So if they do it really well, they actually time it, I think they'll be fine in lane. Like, they're doing really well in the lane. The wave's gonna push in, and Hustler's gonna get the creeps under the tower. But Mars can also just pull the wave, right? Omni can't really stop him if he really wants to. So they can just push in the lane, Rubik goes for the rune, they can pull the wave. If they coordinate all these things, the heal's gonna be fine.
Okay. The current pull camp is blocked right now from Pexu. As you just stated, he can't really contest that, so you kind of got to block it, no other options. And Zoom Zigzag does not seem interested in buying a sentry just yet, so we'll see how this lane evolves a bit further. That's Kachal. Oh, they're actually going all in for Aqua. They see an opportunity. He only has level 1 right now, so they're stronger because of level 2, and they'll get the first blood for Zoom Zigzag. Pexu could also be in trouble himself. Pexu is a little bit tankier. He'll be able to get out of here alive. Well done, Winter Bears. That's a good use of the push and the level 2.
Yeah, it's really good. They know this Huskar's really weak. They had a double wave on him. I was surprised they actually let this double wave get into the tower like this. I didn't really watch the first. I was watching bottom, but
Sure.
It's pretty good for Radiant. I think they recognize that the Huskar's really weak early levels, and that he needs at least like level 4 to actually do a lot in this lane. And they just dove with the double wave. It was really good.
Is that do you feel what was the counterplay by goonsquad if you were there? Like, well, how do you prevent the double wave from hitting your tower and letting it pass? Do you just start pushing it by attacking it, or what's the play?
Yeah, you probably just have to auto attack the wave and just use spells. Because if you aggro the wave way too much, what's gonna happen is your creeps are not gonna hit the enemy creeps, right? And then the wave's gonna stack on you, and you really want that to happen. Oh, they're going on Aqua again.
Yeah, Charlie in trouble. Those stuns are perfectly linked. We still have the Fable available for Aqua. There's the Heavenly Grace, though. That's going to keep Aqua alive just barely. With a single point of Berserker's Blood also granting him a little bit of regen. And if he uses the salve now to get back. But Kachal's doing a great job in this lane, actually. They're managing to keep the Huskar at bay. No point in burning spears yet.
I mean, they're crushing the lane. They're doing really, really well. So these small little things, they can make a really big difference, right? Right now, Huskar has 8 CS, and he doesn't really have Helm yet. Maybe if he got those waves on the tower that died when he died, he would have Helm already. And Omni would feel a little bit safer to go for a pull or something. So now he kind of has to babysit him all the time. And the lane's going really well for Radiant.
Bottom, unfortunately, Phantasma, the moment they go onto him, he's just gonna die. Pugna, yeah, great base stats in the beginning, but then he quickly falls off into being just a bit of a glass cannon. We just kind of saw them there, burrow striking, or disrupting him, burrow striking him, and killing him. They're still doing okay in this lane, though, so Pugna's kind of dying to create some space for reality here. Oh, I messed up the telekinesis there, combo for Zoom Zigzag. Look at trust, huh? Did you see Kachal through the spear even before telekinesis ended? That's trust in your teammates. That's Bastille. In the middle lane, he falls to the Shadow Poison plus the Shadow Strike from Queen of Pain. And that's where we're starting to see Pastel really, really struggling in this mid lane as the Queen of Pain pulls up ahead. Limp's specialty.
Yeah, it's rough. Like, this match was already rough, and Shadow Demon's checking the rune, and Rubik is not. So he just gets both water runes. If Pango just gets no help, and it's very, very despair, you know? It's very hard for him to do anything. The hero just doesn't have enough regen.
Do you think as a result of them getting the early kills on top lane and thinking we can probably push this lane further and then just trying to stop the Huskar instead? That's why they don't rotate to mid?
Maybe he just forgot about it too. Maybe he's like, yeah, maybe it's because what you're saying, like, the lane's going so well, I don't really want to leave this lane, right? Because we're winning the lane. It probably has to do with that. Because it's a really good reason to not leave. Because now they're going on Aqua again, they're going to get this kill.
And Pango's even joining them. He's like, there's no point to me staying in my lane. He's actually going to try to get a kill against Peksu. Peksu does have the Heavenly Grace though. That's a little bit extra healing. Zoom Zigzag. Doesn't want to tank the tower here. And instead they're going to push the wave over.
Yeah, this Pango is already in ganking mode, right? He's like, he can't lane mid. He hasn't laned mid for like 2 minutes. He died and then he's just running around. Which is good. I think what he's doing is pretty good. Instead of just laning mid, he's ganking. And Aqua's going to probably die again here.
No, we'll see. He just TP'd here. That is a pretty big loss if he does die. There's no mana for Spear, only for God's Rebuke, but that slows down Aqua a fair amount. Now everyone's out of mana, so they can only auto-attack him, and now with the disarm, that's impossible too. Pastil using the last swashbuckle they had, and Charlie will finally fall. Winter Bears getting yet another kill on this Huskar, so they're denying this Huskar's early game. How pivotal is Huskar's early game to the goonsquad game plan here?
It's pretty sad. If this hero doesn't have really a good early game, he's going to be so far behind. Drowse is just going to farm so much faster than him. Ideally, he has like armlet at this point.
Phantasma, by the way. He has been found in the bottom lane, and despite leaving another ward, that's not going to do anything to save him. He will fall to the Queen of Pain Shadow Demon, but only a 5 dying in exchange for the tower taken top. Good start here for Winter Bears.
Yeah, I think maybe if Pango did a little bit better in lane, they would feel fine now, because Limp is level 7, Pango level 5, right? But I think what they're doing is really, really good. They played the lane really well top. They got a really good advantage. I think what Pango did was also very good. Instead of just sitting mid and just not being able to lane, he ganked. He took the tower, right? He did a lot with very little.
And now he has 6 finally. Pastil and Limp is in the pimple spot. That's what we talked about earlier. Oh, he hits the wrong one. And as a result, Limp can actually get away. He should have gone to the left actually there, Pastil, but it's okay. These things happen. Longer route doesn't
Omni was there though.
Ah, it's true, it's true.
Omni would just probably save him. It's not. I feel like it's not that bad for Dara though. Like, they're winning mid really hard, and Sand King is free farming. Maybe if Sand King was getting crushed in lane, this would be fine for Radiant. It's okay. Like, Dro is level 6. He's getting her farm. Let's see how they do the first couple of smokes, right? So they just smoked. They want to kill this Drow. not let her sit in lane, right? Pretty good
Yep.
smoke from Goon Squad. Because if they get this kill, then she's gonna have to decide where she's gonna TP, and then she's probably not gonna want to TP bottom anymore, and they're gonna open up this bottom area, right? So this is like a really good move. Drow's pretty far up.
Yep, and Reality should be a relatively easy kill. She's gonna try to TP here, but that would be a huge waste for Reality if they kill her in the middle of TP. But she's just gonna accept her death. Thanks to the power strike. They get her. The bite of Drow. And now, where should she go, Lilith? Obviously, you gotta open up this bottom area. I agree with you. You can't. There's no way you can stay in the safe lane. So what's the option for Drow? Straight into the triangle? Can she take over top mid?
Yeah, she can just TP top and farm these camps, the top camps, or she can just TP triangle and just farm triangle. I think she stayed way too long bottom. Like, this rotation happens in almost every game, right?
Yep.
It's a very standard rotation where the mid just smokes the safe lane to kill the carry out. And lots of like carries, they already TP out even before this happens. But he just stayed way too long. Like, can't really... Either Pugna is breaking the smoke and then Pugna dies, or she's not laying there anymore, right? Because ideally, if you're raiding, you don't want to be stuck bottom. Ideally, you want to play in the enemy jungle, and maybe you throw like 1 or 2 heroes bottoms to get XP, or some hero that can't die, right? If Radiant had a Sand King, you just put him there in Sandstorm and make it really hard for Dire to push, because Dire, what they have is a really fat quap. So the quap has to come bottom and click the tower.
Yes.
So it's not that fast, right? If you think about it.
So if that's the case, though, is there ever a value to like the carry staying there longer than needed because of the space that's created while that happens, or is the carry dying there always a mistake?
I feel like the carry dying there is always bad, because I feel like if you're a carry hero, you always want to be alive and farming, right? The time you're dead is that when you die, you're gonna have to use your TP, and then it's time where you're not farming. So he probably lost like 40 seconds of not farming, and maybe what can happen also is your teammates react to what's happening, right? If Radiant TP'd, imagine if Mars TP'd bottom,
right,
when they were going, then their map would just be really bad. Huskar would just be able to push out top for free. Good thing he didn't TP, you know, didn't react to this.
Yeah, so they were aware that that kill was kind of going to happen. Maybe they realized as well that the gank was happening, but a bit too late. And as you said, Reality was just a bit too far off. And they could kill her quickly.
It happens sometimes.
Are there carries that bring this value? Like if you play like a Razor or a Conquer that are a bit stronger in the early, can you do that more? That's by the way, Aqua, sorry. They go in the top lane, and Pastel does still have the Rolling Thunder. No need for it though. Skachal gets you another lane kill. And, you know.
The tip. Fourth tip.
Truly Dota players, no matter where you're from. This language is international.
Yeah, good stuff. They're just abusing this Huskar. He doesn't have anywhere to really... He doesn't really want to go to the Ancients yet. It's way too early. He doesn't have armlet. He kind of just wanted to sit in lane for a couple more minutes, and they're just not letting him sit in lane for free. And there he goes again. He just TP's top again.
And they're taking over the enemy jungle as well. Making it so that Goon Squad is forced to play the bottom side of the map. Zoom Zigzag here to cover the tower. He is the 4 though, so I don't think he wants to die here, but it's not really going to be much of a choice because his TP's on cooldown for 40 seconds.
Yeah, this is a classic where the support just goes there to get XP.
Yeah.
Did they see him here? Let's see.
They haven't yet.
Because if he didn't... Okay.
They're going to see him now.
Yeah.
He finds them all. 3 heroes on the Zoom Zigzag. They actually use Demonic Purge because he's playing so aggressively they might have assumed he had some allies here, but no, he's solo, and he's just going to die. He did get level 6 though in the process, so at least he got the experience he was looking for.
Yeah, he delayed this thing for like a wave. It's probably not very worth it. You know, he's just a greedy play. He just wanted to sit there. Maybe Dire didn't have 3 heroes there, you know? Maybe only Sankin was sitting there, and then he was just be able to just sit there and not let them push. But Limp, he knows he's where he's supposed to be.
X2 is actually the only one caught in the arena, which means Limp can get away. He did get his Heavenly Grace off, but that's not going to help him enough. And they get another 5 kill there. Do you think it's Zoom Zigzag? Oh, actually, that's a really clever play. He just stole Sandstorm and is playing like Sand King now. You talked about this as well. Sand King rotating bottom to defend it. Rubik will cosplay as Sand King.
Yeah, he knows that the Quap is not there, and it's hard for them to kill him like this. It's hard to just straight up dive him. And Sand King also knows, right? He already leaves. He's not going to sit bottom, just stay there, try to do this Kappa dive. He's just going to rotate mid. He already has Blink, and he wants to show it, right? Mars is walking up. And they go.
S4 does have him. Purification. A little bit of damage, but Kachal will be able to get away for now.
Quap was just not close enough, but it's fine. He can just sit mid now and not let them push. Because everybody on Radiant is just mid. Good play from Sand King. He's like stopping them from stopping the aggression, right?
Can Pugna still poke this tower a little bit with his Nether Blast? That's Pastel. Use Rolling
Nah.
Thunder. No.
This Pugna's gonna walk up, he's gonna die instantly.
Okay.
Die already.
Then my question
smoke.
is, why do you think the Rubik was the one to go bottom and not the Pugna, especially when he was dying earlier? Was it because he was close to level 6 there?
I think the Rubik wanted to steal a spell from Sand King, right? He probably wanted to steal the
okay.
Sandstorm or the Shadow Poison, so then you can just cosplay as one of those heroes and just sit there, which is really annoying for Dire. It's pretty good that Pexu broke the smoke. Good positioning, they are aware, right? They were coming.
Zoom Zigzag does trigger the Sandstorm though. Next to the Ancient stacks, he wants to steal it. S4 comes in with the Epicenter. In the arena he goes with Sonic Wave as well. goonsquad looking like they're going to win this fight. Zoom Zigzag does not want to leave the safety of invisibility, but he'd steal Burrow Strike right now. He gets dusted, and he's not able to get any kills off this. Everyone's so low though on goonsquad. They get 2 supports off it and defend their Ancients, which are probably the most important part.
Yeah, they're ready. If you see like the positioning, Omni is just breaking the smoke, right? So when the smoke gets broken and he has to use Arena on the 5, it's just pretty sad for Radiant. Like, maybe they should just reset, but it's just good play from Dire. They are aware that this is going to happen, and they just position themselves in a way where if it happens, they're going to come out on top, right? They have 5 heroes. Drow is just farming. She's not coming, right? So yeah, pretty good for goonsquad. They know like what the move when the moves are happening. Pretty good.
And the loss of Zoom Zigzag there means no more Sandstorm for him, so now he has to wait for the Sand King to come again, steal that spell if he wants to continue doing that thing, or he pushes at the bottom lane.
Yeah, he's back at it, you know. He just dies, he just TV's back there and just sits there. I mean, well, he's delaying the game a lot. I think what he's been doing is pretty good.
Yeah.
What happens when this happens is, since they don't get this bottom area, Dire, they either just have to trade farm, or they're gonna feel forced to make a smoke into the enemy triangle. And when you smoke like this when the tier 1 is up, it can be very obvious. Because the top lane, they don't have a tower, right? So this lane's always going to be pushed. So they haven't made this move yet, because they know it's going to be pretty obvious. So they just have to trade farm for a little bit, until they're strong enough to just take this tower bottom, right? Until eventually they take it. So then Radiant just have the liberty to just farm the triangle, and they make whatever moves they want to, right? Which is what happened. It didn't really work out that well. But Drow is free farming, as a result of the map being like this. She's not getting contested, she's not getting smoked on, right? She's been have free reign.
And so for now, the game plan for Winter Bear is just a delay. But when is the moment where they start to be able to put their aggression? What item timing are they looking for here for Winter Bears?
Probably the Mars Blink.
Okay.
I was surprised that he doesn't have it yet. He must have having a really good game. I feel like he's run around way too much. Maybe the Rubik's just getting a lot. Like if you look at this Rubik's net worth, like he has so much net worth. He's probably gonna have. He almost has Blink before Mars.
What do you think of the double bracer he went for?
It's good, it's good. I think the bracer giving you the double at 25 is pretty imba, right? So I think the double bracer, and since Quelling got nerfed, Quelling's not even that good anymore in lane, honestly. It's okay, but it's not as broken as it was before, right? The double bracer just is a lot better. You don't have to buy a regen item, because the bracer is giving you the regen. So you don't have to buy this ring or this helm item, which you used to buy before. You just go with double bracer, be very tanky. Like, he has 1700 HP at 15 minutes, which is a lot. Yeah, so now he has Blink. Let's see if they smoke.
Do they have a smoke here? It must be Rubik.
Mid.
Oh no. Phantasma just got the smoke. But it's on the curve.
Ideally, they should make a move for the mid tower, and the Drow should come. They should make like a 5-man move to take this tower, because... Like, ideally, your Drow, she has a timing now, where she can just hit the towers and everybody's kind of weak. They don't really have Blink Daggers. Sure, Sand King has a Blink Dagger, but it's kind of hard for Quap to just blink in without a BKB and just go on drill. She's probably going to die if that happens. And they probably need 5 heroes to come here, because Huskar's always going to be close, right? He's going to be in triangle. And everybody else can just TP. So, ideally, they make this move. You see a lot of LGD doing this, where Ame just comes and he takes the fight. Doesn't really matter early. Probably at 10 minutes or maybe at 15. But they kind of just do the smoke into the enemy jungle. They don't really find anything. Limp broke the smoke. Sand King is TPing out. A little bit sad for your Radiant.
Right. So right now, these moves were a little bit lost, like a little bit... They need to find a hero on their tracks to make this work, as opposed to the mid-tower move, which they're now going towards, it seems like. At least Pugna is getting it from behind. However, Pastel seems to be the sacrificial lamb in this engagement. The tower's still alive. We need one more Nether Blast. Here comes Phantasma. You'll deal with the tower at least in exchange for their own Pango. And can goonsquad now take the tier 1 mid as well? Seems like they're gonna go for it. No intention from Winter Bears to defend this, apparently.
Yeah, they had the right idea. They were coming around mid, but Panda just got caught. He can't get caught like that on the wave. If they were ready, they could probably like drop a ward, and they could take the fight. They would probably even win this fight, because Mars has Blink, right? They would probably catch the Shadow Demon or the Omni.
He made it here.
Got caught.
There's the arena. S4, disruption, at least saving S4 from this arena. Storm still going on, but S4's in the middle of a sentry, so they can continue to hit him if they want to. No 8th lens, however, on the Pugna means he can't really life drain this Sanking. And goonsquad will just calmly take this tower. Winter Bears are really unable to do much to defend it, even with the use of the arena.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard for Radiant to take fights if they're not coordinated, because Dire has double save, right? When you're playing against save heroes, and if Mars just jumps in and spears someone, that guy's not going to die, right? The Omni can still ult, can still Q, the Shadow can just disrupt. So they're going to probably have to coordinate this with at least a double engagement. They have to go on 2 targets at the same time, so the enemy at least has to choose who's going to get saved. And ideally, they either go on Omni or Shadow Demon first, right? So then they can't save themselves or something.
Oh, we're going to fight an Omni, but it's more him breaking the smoke this time. Yep. As the Rolling Thunder is going to finish him off. They see the Quap though. I think they saw the blink there. Zoom Zigzag, stole Hammer of Purity. Unfortunately, that spell is not that great on Rubik, so not really going to be able to catch up to Limp with this. Who already has a TP and can just go back home. Oh, that spear almost caught him. What a guess by Kachal. Blink in time though.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just another sad smoke, right? Omni's just breaking every smoke. Just props to goonsquad. They just know what's happening based on what's happening on the map, right?
Pastel got caught again near the wave. This on Zoom Zigzag. They want to deal with Pastel first, and he's going to fall. On Zoom Zigzag barely makes it out of here alive. They don't want to chase after him because they're afraid the enemy team is nearby. Are you satisfied with Pango's positioning right now? Do you think you should be farming a different part of the map?
It's just a little bit hard sometimes when the enemy has Orchid. You just get caught on these waves. You have to just understand where the pop can be, and if she can go on you, and if she can, you probably can't take this risk, right? Especially if you don't have a save. So he's just getting caught way too much. It's pretty sad when your mid hero just gets caught like this 2 times in a row. His game, he just has no game anymore. He's just behind the offlaner already, and it's just gonna get even harder, right? He's already going for BKB. He's not gonna be able to like maybe buy this Yule item that can maybe. He doesn't have to buy BKB early, and he's in this limbo where he wants BKB and he wants to farm, right? Because he doesn't want to die this Orchid. So they have to go together on these waves, and maybe they can't get these waves out fast enough, and Dire's gonna just be able to outfarm them because they're scared to push the waves.
That BKB though is like the utility in a Pango of BKB is very limited. It might save you from the Orchid and the Burrow Strike, but you don't really scale too much with it. It's not like you hit people with it.
Yeah, ideally you see him just popping the BKB and just rolling, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
and Pastel, once again, yep. They did miss the stun, but they got the silence in. There's a life break as well, and he's gonna be burnt up and killed. His team nearby, but unable to jump in time. Kachal doesn't have the arena right now. They're still thinking about it though, and they go for a spear, but he misses the spear. I don't know what that was for. Epicenter actually been stalled by Zoom Zigzag, trying to kill off the Queen of Pain. Also missing that Gust. S4 stop Zoom Zigzag, and the 2 supports will fall here. At least Reality covers them a little bit with a multi-shot. She doesn't die, but it's not going to be a good fight here for Winter Bears.
Yeah, it looks like they're panicking a little bit, right? Like this Pango's just having these deaths over and over, and Kachal feels like he has to make something happen, so he just blinks in without any vision, tries to get somebody, then the supports just show themselves and die. Feels like they're very desperate, and they're panicking.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Because all their moves are kind of just failed, right? They just smoked into Omni like 3 times. Just props to goonsquad for just positioning their heroes really well.
Is this a... Oh wait, Kachal has the arena this time, so they have a chance to kill Aqua, but they want to kill him once before they use the arena. Telekinesis send them back. The Guardian Angel saving him from all the physical damage from Reality here. And Aqua seems to be getting away. Marksmanship now finally hitting. Guardian Angel still on him. There's their spear used. Now if you set up the arena, there's no spear. Reality, ooh. Quick BKB, seeing the Sanking. Had to prevent this, but now the BKB is used for this team fight. Finally, the arena we're looking for. Spear still available now. And they do put him against the wall. But they lack the damage to go against him. Guardian Angel stolen by Zoom Zigzag. Might still give him a chance. Reality, no longer afraid. He's going to charge this Gust as well. But he sets back to multi-shot as opposed to standing in and just attacking him. They're quite afraid. That Sanking is really scary.
Yeah, he channeled the Epi. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Maybe he got hit by the Nether Ward, so he couldn't blink. He just really Epi'd nothing. It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, they got the Aegis. It was pretty good for Radiant. Sequence of events. Kind of unfortunate for Huskar to lose the Aegis so fast like this, especially if they don't really get anything out of it. Didn't get a tower or a kill. So, good for Radiant. They can still win this game. Like, Dro is scaling. She has a shard now, which is pretty good against Huskar. Surprisingly, he didn't buy a Dragonlance. I'm not exactly sure. But maybe he probably knows better than me. I don't really even play carry. But I usually see people buy Dragonlance on the zero.
Yeah, it's true.
Bought a Yasha, probably. Just farm.
I mean, the Yasha is better for farming, right? Like I said. Dragonlance may be a little bit better for the early stats in fighting. Now he's gonna go for it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dragonlance, you just outrange the tower, right?
Yes,
So you just go for the tower and early.
Yeah, S4.
Squad, Sand can just TP's top, defend this tower.
Very hopeful Spear by Kachal. I like that he has the confidence. With Pugna and Drow, though, this tower's taking a fair beating, but it's clear they don't really want to engage us yet. But Kachal, he thinks otherwise. He thinks maybe we can take a fight. He has Blink, he has the arena, that'll clear the trees. Now Hanskin has been caught. There's the spear. Well, they need vision of him. God's Rebuke, of course, will miss. Rolling Thunder's being used. They want to get rid of Hanskin, and they do. That's one of the saves down. Aqua is the next target. Pastel acts double damage while he's rolling. That's not going to do anything just yet. Or at all. This whole fight. He's just blue, so it's more of a cosmetic effect than anything.
Quap just farming meanwhile. He's been farming for a while, getting his BKB. And when he probably has BKB, he's going to feel confident to just take every fight, right? That's why we haven't seen goonsquad fight. It's Quap just farming his BKB for now. I think it was good. I think they're like dodging these fights. They don't really have to take them, right? They didn't really even take the tower top, so.
Nope. They cut some Mars bottom. Yeah. Kachal now truly balding, like his name indicates, as this kill was going to frustrate him a lot. What can they do top without their big initiator? Apparently Zoom Zigzag will just do the job for him. Aqua, however, has BKB. Reality also has BKB, but can he get away in time? That TP? Ooh, just barely getting back home. Zoom Zigzag as well. So they don't lose anyone, but they don't get the kills they were looking for there either. And the loss of the Mars down bottom does hurt a lot.
Yeah, the map has been in a state very bad for Radiant for a while, right? They're trying to pressure this top lane, so they bring multiple heroes. Meanwhile, Quap is just pushing out bottom for free. Nobody's even trying to kill this Quap, so he's been free farming for a while. And Radiant's just all clumped up all the time, right? So they're just getting out farmed. And like this BKB TP, it just hurts them a lot, because now their map is in a way where every lane is pushed, and wherever Dire wants to go with the smoke, they're probably gonna find a kill, right?
Right. That's why they have a smoke without, like, where they're very spread out. They're not really taking this very clear route here. They just know they can go to the triangle.
There we go.
They have so much confidence. They catch the Pugna. Purification used already. Phantasma is going to be bursted down, and this time the Rubik's been silenced. Rolling Thunder coming in from Pastel, but what is that going to do? S4 just flies, and he's safe from the multi-shot. Kachal tries to kill off Limp, but the BKB makes this impossible. Kachal's forced to TP, but the Burrow Strike cancels it. As Reality has also been caught, the life break will slow him. He is done for. Pastel needs to get away. One last swashbuckle. At least he'll survive, but goonsquad get all that they wanted and more, as they can also push us tier 2 mid.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff for goonsquad. Every lane is pushed. The move just feels a lot easier to do. Different from when Radiant did it, right? The lanes weren't like this. It just felt a little bit more obvious. That's why the Omni... The Pugna was also breaking the smoke. Like, he knows that it's coming. But the Drow just doesn't have anywhere to go, right? He's just stuck in the triangle. Everybody's just sitting there because every lane is pushed, so it's very obvious for goonsquad where they are, and they know they want to take a fight because Quap has BKB. So the Mars just ended up using the arena on nothing because the Quap just BKB'd out of the arena. And this is where the Mars falls off a little bit.
Oh, BKB used by Pastel. Let's see what that's going to do. Nothing. Pastel, run! Run! Your BKB is not protecting you. You're not invisible, Pastel. He tries to hide behind the trees, but they saw him the whole time. That detects the ward, of course. Not that a goonsquad cares, because they're probably going to be fighting the triangle anyway.
I'll take your tribute.
This Penguin's kind of...
The game's in a... Yeah, the Penguin didn't really have a lot of impact.
No.
It was just sad. He just died 3 times in a row to the Orchid. Radiant's in a desperation mode now because Dara has a bunch of BKBs. This Mars hero kind of falls off after BKBs have been completed. He either has to initiate with the spear or like he goes on a support with Arena, and he doesn't really have the same impact that he had 10 minutes ago, right? Which whoever he would go on would just probably just die.
What's the game plan then for goonsquad? You just like patiently wait here, probably for the next Roche. Is that the idea? And you just push mid and top while taking over the triangle?
Yeah, you probably just have both supports to sit behind Huskar in the triangle here. He just cuts the top wave and farms the Ancients every minute. If Sand King wants to, he can push out bottom, or they can also just make a move bottom with smoke, which is probably not that good, right? Because they just want to control the area. They don't want to really leave here. And it doesn't really matter to them if Drow was farming like 3 camps. So they can just control this area, wait for Roche, and they can just probably go high ground top or bottom if they want to. Ideally, you go high ground bottom
Dire's top tower is under attack.
with the Aegis. And they can probably do it. They have a bunch of saves, so this Pango roll is not going to even do anything. If he commits roll, and they just survive the roll, which they can, they have double save, right? They can disrupt the Huskar. They can probably just take the racks pretty easily with the Aegis.
Chal on the top lane has been found, by the way. Meal's cutting the lane, and he's been found. Disruption immediately. Chal, where are you going to go? And he still has the TP, but they have a Sand King here. S4, that's the Burrow Strike, and you also, just in case, and able to kill off the Mars as well. What do you think of the Puggas movement, Phantasma, this game? He's kind of just been dying solo in the mid lane, trying to push out a single wave. Is that worth it? Is your 5 worth a single wave in the mid lane?
They're just in a really bad spot. It's hard to say, like, this is not worth it, he's just playing bad. There's not really much you can do in this situation.
Is that the kind of play you'd make right now? That's what I mean. Like, is that the kind of play that you should make when you're far behind? You're kind of desperate?
I mean, I think if it's delaying the game for Drow to get an item that can maybe help them fight, I think it's fine.
Okay.
I just don't really see an item that they're waiting for. They're just in a really tough spot. So, it's not probably his fault, you know. He just doesn't really have much to do. He's just a Pugna. The only thing he can do is just blast the waves and wait for someone on his team to actually stun someone, right? The hero doesn't have any stuns. So he's a 5 that he can't really do much on his own. He can't crowd control anybody. And usually the 5, if he soaks up a lot of attention, he's probably doing something right.
Fair enough. So you don't see any moment where the Drow manages to get back online? Is one of the other heroes maybe for Pango or Mars, any item that could still get them back into this game?
I mean, if Drow farms like 2 more items, I can see her out carrying Huskar. I just don't think she's gonna get to that point, right? They're just gonna go high ground now. And I don't think he can survive only with the BKB. I don't think he does enough damage. He's not a threat to the Huskar with the items he has.
So we're seeing Reality do, just trying to farm as much as possible as Phantasma. He's trying to fight the backdoor protection. He's not succeeding. He's a TP as in the mid lane. Kachal dies relatively quickly to an Epicenter plus Burrow Strike combo from S4. So Rax will slowly be chipped at. Limp also has a double damage, so they should be able to take at least this lane of Rax, if not more. Once again, what stops them? According to Lelis, nothing right now.
Yeah, good stuff from goonsquad. They place a ward on the high ground. They're ready to jump. Like, no hesitation, right? The Sand King sees the Mars. We can burst this guy. You just go on and burst him. Even if he has a BKB, he just dies, right? Or pretty good stuff from goonsquad. They catch the Pugna now on the ward. Now they can just go mid. And the game is looking pretty good for Dire.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Aqua was being hurt now by this marksmanship, but and quickly comes the Sand King. Reality pushed back, and that's going to be a dead Drow Ranger. 60 seconds louder, probably gonna mean GG. Rolling Thunder does not say the Pango either, as Lim can just catch him afterwards. Good arena into Spear. One last good play from Kachal before they probably call it.
Yeah, Huskar is just way too strong. The second Roche timing with the Aegis, he gets a shard too that just heals him. They call it. Pretty good showing for goonsquad. A little bit shaky in the beginning, right? The Huskar had a really bad lane. Maybe that lane wasn't supposed to go that way. But good stuff in the mid game. I think their mid game was really good. Winter Bears, they did well in the lanes, but I think their moves were a little bit too telegraphed. Maybe the way they moved around the map